Okay, let's try this again. Exploration America back with another video, and before you even start, I already know that I've made videos about Colorado before, but I didn't really feel comfortable enough to be myself in those videos and actually talk about things I want to talk about or the way I want to talk about. So that's what I'm going to do here. Start with Lamar, Colorado. The things it's known for is it's the place where Oprah was harassed by a bunch of racist people who got pissed off because one of the motels in town decided to rent her a room, so the racists decided to camp out in the parking lot of the motel and fire off all their ammunition all night long, to the point where she had no sleep that night. And the next morning when she got up, she walked around the parking lot and picked up all the bullets and shell casings and all that. Yeah. So basically, it's just goes to show that the old saying is true. People that think they have to have a ton of guns and a ton of ammunition, especially men who are that way, are usually firing blanks. But anyway, another thing that town is known for is one of the bars in town got shut down because the idiot owner decided to put up a sign that said no gays allowed. But it didn't say no gays allowed. It actually said a gay slur on the sign. And he didn't understand why that was not allowed. But anyway, the next thing I'm going to talk about is a town called Los Animas, Colorado. Basically, the only thing that people there do, it's another dying town like Lamar and pretty much every other town I'm going to talk about, except for a couple of them. But anyway, the only thing people there used to do anyway, I'm not sure if it's still the same way, but there used to be a really sharp curve, and locals would sit around waiting for some idiot who doesn't know the area to fly around that curve way too fast and crash. And it happens more than it should because you don't really get that much of a warning. But anyway, there was a time when I was there, a semi carrying hay overturned going around that curve and spilled hay all over the place. Another time there was this huge 7-foot, probably 400 and something pound biker guy who crashed his motorcycle, and apparently, I guess, I don't know, but the way he was acting and talking, he burnt his ass on the road. Because when I was there, he was screaming that he broke his hiney, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, I don't know. But the next town I'm going to talk about is called La Junta. That town is another dying town, much like the other ones. There's not really much to say about it. It's been dying for a long time, just like the other towns. Nothing really to do there unless you like crazy people, I don't know, because everyone that I've met that's from there seems to have some sort of mental problem. But I don't know. That's just my experience with people there. Maybe yours is different. Or maybe you are one of those mental patients and you don't know it. I don't know. But anyway. Next town I'm going to talk about is called Pueblo, Colorado. It's basically just a slum. Nothing. I mean, it has like the river walk or whatever the hell they want to call it. It's nothing special. One of these days I'll probably go back there and film a video of the river walk or whatever, but it's nothing to look at, really. It's once you've seen it once, why the hell bother? The town itself is just a big slum. Most of the houses, except for in certain areas, look like crap and falling apart, which is typical for most towns in Colorado. Next town I'm going to talk about is Trinidad, Colorado. Basically, it's a little artist community in the mountains that has turned into a, basically, the only thing it's known for anymore is just potheads. That's pretty much what's supporting that town now, is just dispensaries. And I think that's pretty much the only good job in Pueblo too, I'm pretty sure. And then next town I'm going to talk about is called Durango. Durango is pretty much just a overpriced, overhyped, hipster town. Nothing really to see. It's another one of those places, once you've been there once, that's it. Denver is the next place I'm going to talk about. They call it, what is it? The Mile High City or something like that. You would have to be high to want to live there. Everything is overpriced. The prices of houses and stuff like that there, they act like you're somewhere where people actually want to be. They act like it's a beachfront community or something. Something where the real estate is actually worth money. But it's not. It's in Colorado. So, I don't understand why that city is as expensive it is. That whole area of Colorado is just as expensive as LA. And that makes no sense whatsoever. As far as the price of real estate goes, Denver and that whole area is way overpriced. And it's not worth even close to the amount of money they want for real estate as far as buying or rental properties. All of that is just crazy overpriced. It's nowhere near worth what they're asking. And yeah, the whole Denver area is just screwed up as far as cost of living. And then you have Colorado Springs. The only thing that I really know about Colorado Springs is apparently the town is so damn full of criminals that that's where Dog the Bounty Hunter actually started out at. As far as he was working for some old bondsman or whatever. I don't know. But I don't know, that Colorado Springs is one of those places that you either love it or you hate it, and I'm one of those people that just thinks it sucks. So I don't know. I don't understand why anyone likes Colorado at all, because it's just one of those states that looks like any other state, and most of the stuff there is, like, as far as cost of living and actually being able to make that much in order to live, just those two things don't add up. Because I don't know how many people that left that state because of, like, okay, even before the weed became legal there, things were just screwed up to the point where people didn't want to be there anymore. And the next place I'm going to talk about is Cortez. Things to do there: number one, get on the freeway. Number two, get the hell out of there.